channel. Thanks for visiting Curls Plus Pretty. Today I have a haul for plus size clothes. I have a little haul from Boohoo, which is super exciting. I have a few disclosures to tell you before we jump right in, but first and foremost, I wanted to stress that I've had this order for a very long time. I ordered this on March 23rd and today it is May 15th. But the reason why I have been hesitant to even do this in the first place is that obviously this is a time during our stay-at-home orders where a lot of us are not spending money the way we normally would, and myself included. This was an order that I'd been planning to place prior to this whole mess, and so obviously we all need to be careful about our funds, and I just felt really funny posting about something like shopping at a time when so many people are focused on more important things like feeding their families. So that being said, I feel like I've personally really enjoyed seeing a lot of my favorite YouTubers and Instagrammers and other folks that are even on TikTok that have been making fun content. And it's a nice little escape from some of the hard things that we're dealing with. So please understand that I don't make this video lightly, and that I sure understand and respect that everyone's financial picture is different right now. That being said, I hope this is fun. I hope we get to have some enjoyment out of this. And let's jump into the haul. I've already got my first outfit on. And what a great t-shirt to start this off with. This is the Perfectly Imperfect slogan t-shirt. It is just a plain old basic tee. It is black. It is a Gildan Active brand, so I think they must contract somehow with the Gildan brand, but those are usually pretty good, thick quality t-shirts, obviously not see-through at all. There's a little stretch, but it's 100% cotton, so it'll probably shrink up a little bit, which I'm hopeful that it will. It's a size 20, which is pretty much my standard size, and with Boohoo, I wasn't sure how the sizing would go because I've only owned maybe one or two pieces from them ever, and they're both, I think I have two, and they're both kimonos, so the sizing's a little more flexible. So some of these pieces may or may not fit, but we'll find out as we go through together. So this is a size 20. It's really comfortable. I would probably roll up the sleeves and style it a little bit differently. I love to take crew neck t-shirts and like cut the neck out of them. So I might do that, but this is a good one, especially if I'm going to be out exercising or something like that, where I really want to make sure I have coverage here. Yeah, but so far so good. And it's nice and long too. I feel like it comes all the way over my hips, and it does in fact cover all the way down my booty. So if you want more coverage, you can, or you can kind of, bunch it up and make it look a little slouchier. There's not quite enough to like knot it. You could try, but I feel like that'd be a little bit much. But for this one, you guys, I had a coupon code. I have to admit, I had a coupon code for this, and it was 60% off all women's clothing. So that made my t-shirt $6. It's probably not something I would have bought if it were full price, but since it was $6, why not? So got to take advantage of those things. And then on the bottoms, I've got this 5-pocket stretch high-waist skinny jeans. They're gray, and I'll back up so you can see. But I wish you could see all the way to my feet. I'm going to have to figure out this camera thing a little better. Sorry, I'm new. But right here, like the waistband is fabulous. Again, a size 20. These are mostly cotton. There is some polyester and some elastane, which means I've got room. It's fitting pretty well on the back. I don't have any gapping there. That's not usually my problem area, but some of us have that. My main issue, I'm much more of an apple shape. And so my main issue is having this fit okay right at the waistband and not having kind of a baggy area here in the front. And these don't seem to do that. I actually think they're pretty cute. It's good to have on jeans. I have to say that. After several weeks without, it's good to have a little something different on besides sweatpants. If I didn't already mention this, Boohoo is not a brand I've shopped with very often. So again, this is the first pair of jeans I've ever had from them, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I actually thought that I would be getting something kind of pretty thin, and they feel almost like they're kind of holding me in a little bit in the legs, which is nice. Like not in a restrictive kind of way at all. I feel like I could do just about anything, which is really, really good. So these cost me $16 with that 60% off sale. So for $16 jeans, I'll take it. So next I have the Plus Bardot woven bodysuit. I have to admit, I'm not usually a bodysuit kind of girl. This is probably the second bodysuit ever that I've worn, but I actually was pleasantly surprised that it's just not skin tight. So that's a nice thing, because most of the ones I see are like super tight, and for me that's not the best. So this one feels really lightweight. I did not look at the material before I put this on, but it's very, very lightweight. This would be really good in like hot weather or like vacation. It's got the off the shoulder, it's got the ruffles. It has little ruffles at the sleeves and like a ballooning kind of sleeve. It feels a little piratey. I suppose you could repurpose it into like maybe part of your Halloween look. It has a nice little seam right here. So the bottom part, like below my waistband here, is nice and smooth. So that part is tight against you. And then you have this blousey part on the top. I think I have it a size too big. This is a 20. I probably should have sized down just because the sleeves feel big, the wrists feel big. But I think down one size, it might have been really, really nice. That being said, I don't see where I could fit this into my wardrobe personally, but for the right thing, this could be super cute. It is a little sheer. I think that's my only hang up, honestly. I wasn't expecting that, and I sure don't want to wear something underneath this to add any more weight, because the whole point was to have something lightweight and summery. So I think for me, it's going to go back, but it's a really nice piece, and the fabric is a little bit like crepey. It looks and feels more expensive. This cost me $12. The other thing I should mention is that the snaps underneath are pretty substantial. I did try to put it on and take it off a couple of times there to make sure that the snaps were going to hold, and they're not going anywhere, which is fantastic. The last thing I should mention, I forgot to say with these jeans, is they're real pockets. So sorry to have to revisit, but that's a huge win, obviously. In a plus size brand, a lot of times they leave out the pockets to try to decrease the bulk. I have stuff to put in my pockets. Trust me, I would rather not carry around a big bulky bag all the time if I can avoid it. So I'm really happy to see there's real front pockets. There's real back pockets here too. And even the little teeny coin pocket's real. So, woohoo! So this is what I thought would be my favorite item of the whole haul, but the jury's out. We'll still see because I still haven't tried everything on yet. But for right now, this is the Plus off-shoulder midi wrap dress, and I love this color. First and foremost, on the website, it looked a little bit more like baby pink or ballet pink, but here it is much more of a corally color. The fabric is a little bit stretchy, which is really nice. It just doesn't feel tight anywhere. It feels really comfortable. It's definitely a little bit thicker than I expected it to be. It's like a double layer of fabric up here on the top, which is kind of nice. Yeah, the fabric is thick enough that it feels really nice on. It doesn't feel like I'm overly exposed or anything like that. I will say the first time I tried this on just a moment ago, you could definitely see the color of my undies through it. Most dresses though, I will put on a pair of like really lightweight Spanx. Just because I feel better, and I prefer to have like a short underneath so that just in case the wind blows or something like that, it's a lot more comfortable. So these are with just a very lightweight pair of Spanx. They hardly change my shape at all. But you can see the dress here is just below my knees, which is my favorite length for a dress. I feel really comfortable here. It is a little bit twirly-whirly, which is great. It has this self-tie here, which my husband says it looks like a bathrobe when you tie it on the side like this, but I think it's really pretty. You can also tie it in the back. It's just sewn in on the sides here, so it kind of looks like it's got a sash in the back, but it really doesn't. You could also, though, tie it in the back if you'd prefer, if you didn't like that look of having the bow on the side. I love the bow. I love anything girly and pink and pretty and feminine. So I feel like the bow really works for me, but it's nice that you could have the option to have it in the back too. The sleeves are a little blousier than I'm used to. I don't hate it, but I don't know that I love it. So I'm gonna have to kind of play with it and see, because I do feel like that makes my arms look a little larger than they are. However, if you're someone who has larger arms, what an awesome dress to make you feel fantastic and to make you feel like you've got plenty of room. There's nothing tight about this. I can move, which truthfully, even if I'm in a dress that has plenty of stretch to it, but it's still like, you know, tight on my arms, I don't feel good about that. So it's really nice to have something that is skimming over my arms, but isn't too tight. And it's tight in the right spots and loose in the right spots. So it's a great little A-line shape here. And with the blousey sleeve, it gives it just a little more design to it, a little bit more zhuzh than I think your average bear. So I really like this one. I am gonna try to link everything below, but I recognize that the order was a while ago. So a lot of items might be gone by now because Boohoo does tend to cycle through things very, very quickly. But they also do like different versions of the same thing later on. So hopefully we'll be able to find things similar that work for you. But yeah, if there's anything else you think would be helpful for me to add or to clarify about any particular item, let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. But let's keep going. I've got a couple more fun, pretty pink things to show you. We have a little swim coming up. And then one piece that I'm just really not sure about. So be right back. Okay, how cute are these jammies? Oh my goodness gracious. This is the Plus Gemma Collins lace trim cami PJ set. It was $12.80, which is such a deal in my opinion. And obviously I love pink. This has been a pink haul between the dress and this and maybe one other thing. Maybe I'll show you coming up. But it's super lightweight. It's mostly polyester, a little elastane. It is definitely stretchy. It's got these little candy stripes and then a little tiny bit of lace here at the top. Obviously, I would not wear this with the undergarments that I am wearing because they're jammies. But for the moment, it actually looks pretty good. I think it's super cute. The bottoms come up super nice and high, like my belly button's down here. So they are definitely, they could be high-waisted, or I'm sure you could roll them if you chose to. And tall girls, tall ladies, this is a fantastic set for you because if this comes up a little bit, it's okay. It's super cute if your torso is really long. And these pants go for days. I am standing on like my tippy toes because I haven't figured out how to be able to show you my feet yet with the camera. But these pants, even on my tippy toes, go all the way to the floor and they're puddling a little bit. I probably will hem them a little bit myself. They're very stretchy, tons of room. They're really, really cute. I love the diagonal stripe. Not like it's super slimming or anything, but it's just different and cute. I do wish that the stripes lined up a little bit better on the seam here at the front and in the back. But when you put the top down, it really doesn't matter that much. And it's PJs, it's cute. So I would definitely wear these all summer long. They're really lightweight. They would not be warm enough for winter for me. I live in the Northwest and it gets pretty chilly at night. But at least around like this time of year, summertime, this would be perfect. The fabric feels like it would stay pretty nice and cool. I feel like I got a screaming deal on most of this stuff because of that coupon code that they had. They always have some sort of coupon code out. I would suggest always just search Boohoo coupon code or go look for other YouTubers, Boohoo hauls. Sometimes they'll have coupon codes. I don't have one. I'm not sponsored. There's nothing like that about this. I just bought some clothes and thought I would share. But yeah, how cute are these? I can't wait to wear them like hanging around. It'd be really cute for like a sleepover or like a camp out. I don't know if you've done any fun quarantine campouts or things like that, just to try to have some fun, like camping in the backyard. But it would be so fun to have like a pillow fort and a sleepover and popcorn and a movie night and have some cute jammies. Okay, well, this was going well. However, this one is the first one I think I'm actually really disappointed with. There's some good things and there's some bad things, so we'll get into both. This is the Plus push-up tankini swimsuit. And this one, I got in a size 20. It was $16, and it is more of a red color. I thought it was gonna be kind of like a hot pink, even though it said red. On the website, it looks more like a hot coral. I'm doing this a lot today. Sorry, I don't normally do that that often. Anyway, this one does not fit my body very well. That's not to say it wouldn't fit someone else, but it's the reason I chose it was because it looks like a tankini, but it's actually all one piece, which is kind of nice so that if you're swimming or moving around, things don't get exposed if you don't want them to be. However, we got a few major issues. For my shape, with this apple, I really like the wrap. I really like the thickness of the material. That feels really good. But the shape does not work for me of the actual suit. So number one, the crotch area here, I don't know what else to call that, is loose a little bit, and it's also really narrow. So there's flesh hanging out here that I would not normally show. I would prefer it to come down a little bit more. Like there's a crease there, it's like a natural crease, and it doesn't settle into that natural crease. I don't mind that it's got this, actually really like that it's got this fabric underneath it that kind of holds everything together, but there's a big seam there that like sticks out. And even when you have the tankini part down over the top, you can still see that seam. So maybe if you were smaller than me, or I don't know, maybe that wouldn't show so much, but that really, really bugs me. The back side here, I don't even want to show you the whole back, but there's so much room. I have undies on underneath this, but like there's so much room, and I do not have a small backside. So if I have room, like this is saggy, it's dumpy, that's not cute. I appreciate that it's narrow in the back relatively, like it's not way out here covering my entire backside, but like there's too much cheek sticking out there, and it's sagging, so it feels not comfortable. And then the part that's I think the least comfortable for me is this top. There's no support, even though there's like these foam cups in there and it says push up, and there is a wire clear down here. I mean, it's almost as if there's no support at all. It would be better if, it's not just a matter of shortening the straps. Like these are tight enough. That's not the problem. It's from here that we've got an issue. So not my first choice of swimsuit. And maybe Boohoo Swim just isn't made to fit my body, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's move on. There is one little bright spot in this swim section here, in that this is the Plus Shirring Bandeau Beach Skater Dress. I got it because it felt like it should be a cover up. I would not wear this on its own because it is really thin. Like I have a swimsuit on underneath, so don't worry, I'm not showing anything crazy. But you could see how thin the material is. So this would make a great cover up, but probably not comfortable as a dress for me. I suppose you could, but not for me. And so the top is the smocking kind of material here, which I think is great because it's gonna fit a huge range of bodies. This is a size 20 and it was $11.20. I will say this material feels nice and soft. It's a jersey, but it does feel as thin as it is. It feels kind of cheap, which is great for a cover-up, right? They only need to last a season. It's no big deal if they get a little dirty or sandy or what have you. It's a great length. It's kind of mid-thigh, so, you know, flopping around on the beach, no big deal there. It feels like there's plenty of room, and certainly up here on the top, I've got tons of stretch. The bottom has lots of stretch, so this can fit a variety of bodies, and for a little over 10 bucks, I'm really pleased with it. And I love the black because it's gonna go with literally every other swimsuit that I own. So yeah, I'm not mad at it. It works okay. All right, we've made it. Last item of the haul, and I think it's a winner. You guys will have to tell me what you think. This is the Plus Daisy Floral Plunge Scuba Wrap Jumpsuit. And I don't normally do jumpsuits, but this I had to try. It was $20. It is a size 20 and it is a black background with this beautiful floral print. And it has a little self tie right here that is completely removable. It does have little belt loops there if you chose to replace the belt with something else, which I might do. I tend to like a thicker belt, but it's super cute how it is right now. And oh my goodness, this fabric for $20, this fabric feels like really expensive. And maybe that's just my impression of scuba fabric, but it's thick. It is not tight in any way. I think this is exactly the right size for me. It is a wide leg, so you can get the full effect here almost. But yeah, the legs are have plenty of room in them. So if you have maybe more of a pear shape, I think this could even work for probably any plus sized body shape. The legs are plenty long too. So again, tall ladies, this is where it's at for you. I am 5'6", and on my very tippiest tiptoes, the pants barely touch the floor there. So I probably will need to hem them a little bit, but that's common for me with pants. No big deal there. I will have, these ones are nice, so I might have some help from someone who knows what they're doing. I'll probably also take up the straps just a little tiny bit for my own comfort, but it does fit. A couple of things that I really love about this particular jumpsuit is that the top here, usually when you see these kind of like crisscrossy tops, either they are kind of a little too loose and they flop open, or they're thin at the top, if that makes sense, like they're narrow here. And so it leaves a lot of exposure. I feel really comfortable. Like I would hang out with my family like this, which is pretty great. And not feeling like I have to add an extra layering piece or put a cami under it. I don't mind doing that most of the time, but this is really nice to be able to do this and feel covered enough, but still feel really cute and confident. So I appreciate the width of the chest pieces here. That's really great. The straps have enough room that, you know, if you're someone who has trouble with straps falling off your shoulders, one easy little trick would be to have a seamstress or someone help you to bring them into like a racer back here, and you could put just like a little band around that. If I'm gonna get some help from my dry cleaner, I might have her take just a little bit off the bottom for the hems and use that to make a little band to make this a racer back, and then you will not have this falling off your shoulders. And that little band can slide up and down the straps as you're trying to put it on. So you've got plenty of room to get in and out as well. You're not gonna be stuck. There is no zipper. It's stretchy enough that you just step into this thing. It's cute, I think, from pretty much every angle, and I am shocked that I like this as much as I do. It makes me want to go to Hawaii like right now. Obviously that's not possible, and I won't be doing anything crazy like that, but it sure feels like something you could wear on vacation. If I, wanted to go on a date night or something, put a little sweater on over the top of it, because I live in Oregon. It is cold sometimes, usually in the evening. So yeah, I feel like this is actually really fun, really versatile. And because it's that dark background, it's not just for vacation, which I really like. Yeah. Overall, I think this is a huge win. I'm so thankful that everything pretty much worked out. And for the things that maybe just weren't quite my style, like that's okay. That's what I'm here to try on and see if I can push my boundaries a little bit here and try some new things. But thank you for sticking around with me through this Boohoo haul. If there's other brands that you think I should try, let me know down in the comments. I think it's so fun to hear what else everyone has loved and tried. And that's how I've even heard of brands like Boohoo in the first place, was watching what other women were trying. And I literally had never heard of Boohoo until I hopped on YouTube and started watching plus size fashion videos. So I'm definitely open to trying new things. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want notifications, you can click the bell. And if you would, thumbs up on the video means a lot. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you in my next one.